Hello, hello, Ali. Good evening. It's all right. It's all right if you're early. Uh, I know I've not done a cat this week, and I'm supposed to do at least one cat a week. One cat a week. So tonight, it's Indy, little Indy, who's a ragdoll. Indy likes pink, purples, browns, and golds. Good evening, Buzzard. Good evening. So, yeah, that's tonight's plan. Is to paint this cat. So, first of all, let's start with the fur. Get the goggles down. I'm going for the slightly darker off-white beigey colour. That's the bottom colour. And then as a highlight, I will be putting a standard ivory over the top. Just before I start worrying people that I'm not using ivory. I am using ivory, just not yet. And I've come to the conclusion this is going to be the most pain in the backside one that I'm ever going to have to do. Good evening, Twisted. Good evening. So you've pulled yourself away from doing some incredibly good bases. Damn sight a lot better than the ones that I've been cutting out this afternoon by hand. Which, for any of you who did see this afternoon's opening of the Combat Patrol, I am now making my own bases for all the little things because none came with the bloody pack. So if you do get that issue of Combat Patrol, issue number 7, double check it's got bases in it. Or if you happen to get a double set, give me a shout. I didn't get no bases with mine. Which is a bit of a pain, to say the least. I'm okay, Ali. Today, I'm in a bit of a rush on everything that I'm doing today. So the magazine this morning, which was a day late, although I'm not going to be rushing this kitty cat, I did come on half an hour earlier than usual, just because I need to get off and get to bed and be up in the morning. Oh, this is weird because, alright, that's better. The brush dropped out of the magnification range, so I couldn't actually see the brush. And I think I've hit the camera about 7 times so far. Get both the brush and the model in focus under the glasses. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And it messes with your eyes. Even more than it already does. We don't want that. It messes way too much with my eyes, as it is already. So that's for an old metal rattling. Damn it, I've still forgot to put them up on eBay. Thank you, Twisted, for reminding me. I have Death Company to list. For what I'm hoping is more than what I actually paid for them. But I did buy them in like 97, 98, somewhere around there. So I wasn't paying today's prices. Come on, you beauty. Oh, this is really sending my eyes funny. Oh, crap, I just remembered something. Can I do it from here? I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Copy. Back up out of that because I can't stand my own voice. Then, There we go. If I actually remembered half the things I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do them. Good evening, Donald. Good evening. I believe you're the one who's living up in the middle of nowhere, casting about in the nice fields and the rolling hills, enjoying it all. Whereas us who live in the middle of concrete jungle don't get to see that much. So thank you for sharing. I should say thank you for letting Ali share. And in case you're wondering what on earth is this fella going on about, Ali posted a video. Oh yeah, that video. Yeah, he was way out in the middle of nowhere on that one, man. I think even nowhere didn't have a clue where you were. So get this evened out on his fur tones, particularly around his face. Her face. Is Indy a boy's name or a girl's name? The only time I've ever heard the name Indy used is Indiana Jones. So I'm going to go with a boy. Because it's the only reference I have for it. And Indy.
I'm getting boy vibes.
Boy vibes. Boy vibes. You're getting boy vibes. Sparkle's saying it's boy. Seeing as these are technically her models, who am I to argue? I'm just the idiot painting them. Well, she obviously doesn't know what a little rattling is actually worth, especially a metal rattling. $12 for that, especially with a decent paint job. Nice base. Auction that off for some Astra Militarum. Sorry for swearing. Imperial Guard. Sorry, Imperial Guard players. Ah! Indy just took a dive. Oh, so you got a female cousin called Indy, right? Okay. Well, that's just thrown that idea out of my head. My only reference was Indiana from obviously the Harrison Ford character. I didn't think about it. Aye, Devil's a Beach. You're right there, Donald. You're right there. The devil is a beach. Right, so I know the cloth sections are purple and pink, but we've got leather sections as well. Of course we've got leather sections. Why wouldn't there be leather sections? All these cats are into S&M. So leather sections are going to be the slightly more orangey brown. And the actual armour is going to be the darker brown. I should have said the not as orangey brown. Oh, technical terms, aren't they? Orangey, not orangey. It's good no job no one's trying to follow this as a guide. Or if you are trying to follow this as a guide, I'm sorry, I'm useless at giving guides. You'd be better off winging it like I am. And of course, every bard has a stringed instrument. Why can't he play a flute or something? Or something small and simple. Something that only takes a single brush stroke. No. What bloody stringed instrument, don't they? So they can show off. Sit there doing the solos. Paint this all brown first, and then when I come back to it later with silver, I can do the strings then. Yes, I know I do intend to paint the strings. Yes, I'm crazy. Yes, I'm a madman. And yes, I'm a glutton for punishment. Before anyone else makes those statements, yes, the bases were supposed to be with the issue, but they weren't. I was supposed to get 11 bases, one 40mm and 10 28mm. As it is now, I'm having to make my own 28mm and 40mm. So I've done the 40mm and I've done 3 of the 28mm. I've just got 7 more to go. And as you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm really happy about that. It took me most of the day to get those 4 done because, well, I don't actually have the correct tools. Or I kind of do. I've had to make them myself. So my precision saw blade is a bit on the flimsy side. Mainly because it's half of a hacksaw blade stuck into a handle. So it's technically more of a shiv. And he does not like removing material. I think if I tell them I've got to contact the magazine producers, the ones who actually make the magazine, make sure I have my receipt, which I'm not entirely sure I've got, and then wait for them to send the correct bases out to me. While I'm waiting for that, I can actually make them myself. And probably a damn sight lot quicker than what they send them out to me as well. Right, so we've got 2 different shades of brown on there. That's good. There was some very odd screeching in the background then. It wasn't any of my children, but I'm still worried about what it was.
I'm afraid it was.
It was our children?
Yeah, I'm going to investigate.
Okay, can you go check? Yeah, because that doesn't sound very good. There's a lot of noise coming from upstairs. Right, now it's, for this one, it's the deep recesses that are purple and the top bits that are pink. Yay. Yes, it does for plastic hobby uses, but when you're trying to cut out MDF, and we're talking reasonably thick MDF as well, enough to be a base. Yeah, my little shiv just doesn't cut it. Literally, it just doesn't go through. I did get a better effect with that once I put that in the handle, but even that wasn't perfect. I ended up having to drill holes instead all around it, and then essentially just cut them out from there. And if I end up having to go upstairs, I will mute the microphone so nobody has to hear me shouting at the children. And you can hear him. He's running right up there at the minute. My cat's falling off the settee every 5 minutes. That stuff doesn't like being cut with with little saws. It really doesn't like it. So, what I'm hopefully going to do over the weekend is be able to blend a decent sanding tool off one of my neighbours or member of family or something, and then I'm just going to be able to do it with a decent sander and just shave it all off. You could, Ali, but that's actually quite difficult to do, to get them all to stack nicely, and then obviously if they don't, you've still got to trim them down afterwards, which will put you in the same situation I'm in now, which is not a good place to be. I mean, I've had to do it before. I've had to do it for a bike base, and I've had to do it for my heavy intercessors. Oh, my heavy intercessor proxies, should I say, because they're not actually heavy intercessors. They look a tiny bit similar, but it's more because of the sizing and scaling of them. They're about the same size as heavy intercessors. A couple of Stalker bolt rifles on them, and boom, they're done. Well, a Stalker bolt rifle on each, but still not that much. Bells, that's that shade of brown. Ooh. Am I? No, I've got to do purple first. Purple, and then I'm on to metallics. If I weren't such an ass about it, Ali, I could just use 25mm bases. But I'm an ass about it, so I want the 28mm. I want the extra 3mm. Yes, sandpaper does work to even the edges out, which is why I do have sandpaper, and that's what I've been doing to get these ones into more of the shape. So I have been working through it. I've been getting there. It's just a lot more manual labour than I would have liked. A lot more. Super thin brush. And then, then I need to pick the picture up to find out what colour things should be. Thank you. That's what colour they should be. So most of it's gold. Oh, that's making my eyes go funny even underneath the little light thing. Just getting that tiny little bit of gold in there then. Under the light with the magnifiers, and even it's still sending my eyes funny. I'm going to earn my trip to York at this rate. So, as I was saying on Monday, there will not be a models and musings next week, because I am house sitting for someone. Doesn't mean to say I won't be at home, it just means that I won't be here at the times when I would normally stream. Wednesday should still go ahead as normal. And I will try to make up for it during the week if I can. So it may end up being like a 3-day run of just me streaming constantly. I want to apologise for that in advance. No one needs to see me that often. Brighter gold for the bells. Bright gold for the bells. That's the trim done on the back of the armour. Let's go for... Oh no, it's pink, isn't it? We want to go for next. I'm not quite sure how pink I want it. So let's mix a bit of a darker one in with a brighter one for the second. Just to see how pink it's going to turn out. Oh, that's the right shade, actually. Oh, it is a bad, so I expect them to be flamboyant at the very least. I'm not sure who's going to be next, though. Got a warlock, the monk, the paladin. Who am I missing? Warlock, the monk, the paladin. Who's the other one? Oh, the druid. I knew there was another one. So I've got the druid to do as well. The warlock, the paladin, the druid, and the monk. And thank you very much, Ali. Not exactly my ideal colours. I don't particularly enjoy using pink. It's almost as bad as yellow. Pink was just a bit too dark that I put on it a minute ago. Yeah, it was closer to the actual tone in the picture, but sometimes that tone just doesn't quite meet what you're going to put on the model. That ridiculous squeak, by the way, was my cat. Here, little kitty cat. He makes the most pathetic little you can ever ask for. Ceres. I don't know if it is Ceres. I'm not sure. Could be. What did I want this gold for again? I know I wanted it for a reason. See, pinks are not the colour I'm very good at. So it's not just my cat then, right? Okay. You're not a wussy little shit on your own. There's another cat that squeaks like you as well. Yeah, pretend you didn't hear me say that. I know you heard. Now, if at any point I keep dropping off the camera, please somebody shout at me in chat. Because I need to keep this on camera as much as possible, really. Ideally throughout the entire stream. That would be wonderful. It would also be a first. Do, 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 do. So if I'm not 100% sure of what colour I should be painting it, I'm painting it gold. Oh, wait, Mr. Kitty Cat. Oh, Miss Kitty Cat can be blinged up to the nines. Not the same blood, got pure drip on that. Oh God, I don't know what came over me then. Jeez. Right, well, I've got to go back over because I've missed. Which is a bit of further. Yeah, I know I need to put the glasses down if I want to be effective. But at this precise moment in time, it's actually more of a fucking hindrance than a help. Right, let you dry for a second. I don't want to come back and attack you with the silver. And you be sopping bloody wet when I try it. A nice soft brush. You also want it damp. And I don't like this silver, but it's the brightest one I have. And that does just about make the strings shine without taking too much away from the colour. Oh, I like that effect. I'll leave that like that. It's a nice effect. I like it. Now I'm coming in for my ivory. Dry brush ready. Stop hitting the camera. The front of him is not dry yet, and I've still took too much paint off the brush. That looks to be a bit better. And they are quite bright white if they kept clean, these cats. But I did want some depth to the fur, which is why I went for the slightly off-white one first. Welcome back, Ali. And then I'm going for the ivory second, just to raise up the edges. Dry brushing is the most fantastic technique available to miniature painters. And I'll argue that with anyone. I don't care how many golden demons you've got. If you don't believe that dry brushing is the best technique for painters, then you're an absolute idiot. It just covers all your mistakes and tones everything in right without doing a wash, if you do it properly. Unlike me, who does it haphazardly and very amateurish. But even so, if someone like me can get to the point where it's like, oh, this technique is absolutely amazing, just imagine what you can be done with a pro. Someone actually has a fucking clue what they're doing. Richard Gray, for instance, I bet he can dry brush like a bloody demon. And some people are going, who the fuck's Richard Gray? He's a golden demon winner. No, multiple golden demon winner. Slayer sword winner. He's a good painter. That pretty much narrows it down, doesn't it? Yeah, he's a damn good painter. Okay, kitty cat fur done. Now I need to bring the picture up. See which bits I need to change. They need to be done brown. Okay, so there are bits that need to be done brown, and there's little bits that need to be done pink. Before I do that, I get the Agrax Earth Shade. Well, you heard me right, Agrax Earth Shade. Accents changed slightly then. I don't actually want it that thick, so I want to put it on here first, so I can water it down a little. Try and get all the yellow, all the gold, all the leather. I'm trying to avoid the fur. Of course. Now, for the really annoying bits. It is rather nerve-wracking going in and literally you've got some of the best painters in our hobby that have gone into it. And then you've sat there and you've spent 3 months on your whatever model it is you're painting. And yeah, in my case, it'll be the best model I've ever painted in my life. Yeah, I'll go in there and yeah, I'll lose. I ain't winning the Golden Demon. I know that much. There are people that can do wet blending and all sorts of other weird, wonderful techniques that I've attempted. I've just failed miserably at. It doesn't help when they don't actually make the eyes even. It's really irritating. Now that we've got this, let's go back and maybe. Ah, crap. These glasses are not good for this. Right up to the ferrule on it, I didn't mean to. Oh, that's way too bright. So let's take that paint out. And we'll go back in with just a straight burgundy. Or whatever bloody Colour Games Workshop call this. Probably call it something ridiculous like Deep Depths Blue or something. As I'm going to find out now. What is it? No, it is Barakna Burgundy. So it is a burgundy. I'm not losing my mind. I can still tell basic colours. That's good. Yeah. And thank you to everyone who's contributed. Ali being the first to the Buy Me a Model and Coffee. I'm about a quarter of the way towards getting the other set of animals. And I'm not too far away of making a purchase from our old Graham as well. So you have to get a teacher to teach you non-metallic metal and wet blending. That might be what I need. Somebody has to sit down and go, right, you dickhead. You don't do it like this. you do it like this. It's like, oh, now it makes more sense. So, very nice. And now we have one little kitty cat. All blinged up. Part of me is wanting to go back in and redo the strings one by one. Yeah, I know, that just sounds like, yeah, you fucking nutter what you're doing. I know, but the strings just aren't standing out for me as much as I think they should. Crap. Oh, it's got a pink on it. Don't take too much of the water off. Okay, let's try that again. This time without smudging. There are a few that will give lessons. In fairness, there's enough teachers on YouTube. I know Miniac has done a non-metallic metal guide as well as a wet blending guide. I think Ninjon's done one as well. Squidmouth's probably been in there and done it. Oh, let's put some Agrax over that to try and get in amongst the strings again. And I've essentially just gone back to square one. He's got the Miniac. He is good. He is good at painting. I'll give him that much. I can't deny that he's good. But until my brush control gets a bit further up there, I won't be doing that. Oh, skidoski. I've actually done this one like 40 minutes quicker than usual. That's probably because the fur's not as much of a pain in the ass on this one. So let's manoeuvre them out of the way for a second. Get board number one, which many people have seen lots of times now. So you just use something different. No. I have my road to put my kitty cats on. And I have a brick wall to go behind them. Or in this case, a 1, 2, 3 block wall to go behind the brick wall. Now, I'm going to leave this camera. I'm going to say bye-bye on this camera, but I will still be on this one. Hello. I've just got to remember how to leave. So first of all, remove from scene. Now, if I was to just press that button, does that actually kick me out? It does. That's good. Because this means that I can do something while I'm up here that I can't usually do. Which is in this case is move my light, first of all. Move Indy further back. Photograph number 1. Oh, come on, focus you. Focus. Thank you. Photograph number 2. So now I'm going to post these on Discord and then I can share the screen on here without knocking my camera out again. I can share the screen up on here and then we can hopefully see a better picture of it. Work in progress, technically. Right. Post them up there. Then if I open that and then go to my channel, I do actually have a Discord channel. Okay, now it's to share screen. That one. Share. Okay, so that's there. Slightly bigger version. So hopefully you can see better there. Do I have a link to my Discord? Nope, because I've forgotten how to do it. It is in the description of my channel. But if I were to copy that, close that, go into there, do that, listen to myself, which I don't like, paste that in there, and that should give you access to my YouTube. So yeah, there is. Huh? That's odd. I have just had a notification though telling me that you are there. You are there, Twisted. Hello. I even give you a wave. Thank you for joining. So yeah, that's picture number 1 of the front, obviously. And I now need to go find picture number 2. Open that in browser. Come back to here again. Share screen. Find the picture. And share the screen. That is blurry as fucking hell. Okay, so the back doesn't like being shown. We've come to that conclusion. But the front does. The front does. That's very nice. So that is cat number 2 for volume number 2. So now, see, that's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what I've managed to get it looking like. So it's not a million miles away. It's not perfect. But then again, that picture's about 5 times the size of the bloody model. That gives us Sonia and Indy now done. That's 2 out of the 6 for that one now completed. So I don't know if next week's going to be the Paladin, the Monk, the Warlock, I think. Is that the Warlock? Or might be the Druid. That might be the Druid and this one might be the Warlock. Or it's the other way around. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way around they're actually supposed to, which way around they are. I mean, I could find out quite quickly because I do have the data sheets up there. And I want to look for the Norwegian Forest Druid. Right, yeah, so... Okay, that makes it easier. This one's the Druid. This one's the Warlock. This one's the Monk. That one's the Paladin. We have done Sonya the Fighter. And we have done Indy the Bard. They are quite cute little cats, I've got to admit. And obviously, we have gone through and done the other set already, which were... That's a Age of Sigmar Chariot, ignore that. And then you've got the other 6 to go with them. So by the end of this, in another 4 weeks, I should have all 12 characters done. So I've got the Cleric, Sorcerer, Thief, Wizard, Rogue, Barbarian, Bard, Fighter, Paladin, Monk, Warlock, Druid. So 4 weeks and we will have all 12 done. I don't know why I keep looking at the camera that's not my face cam because it's not even there at the minute. But yeah, volumes 1 and 2, well on the way. And I'm done quicker than I expected. Now, that's either coming from one of two things. It's either coming from practice, and I'm just getting slightly better at it, or I rush something and when I come back tomorrow, look at it and realise, I've just fucked that up. One of the two. Looking at it, I don't think I have, because I've got the nice little pink nose, I've got the nice blue eyes, I've got everything washed. You can tell that there's strings on the loot there. It's the correct colour for the cat. Same with the fighter. I should get roughly the correct colour for the cat. Druid looks like he's going to be fun. As does the monk. So yeah, they should be interesting. And Druid, the monk. Paladin should be easy. It's mostly armour. It's mostly armour, and I believe it's also a black cat. Yeah. So silver armour and black cat with blue eyes. In fact, if I go to share screen, we go there. Okay. So we've got Barnabas left to do, who's the paladin. We also have, we've just done Indy. We've already done Parkus. We've done Whisper. We've got Sloan the Persian Warlock, who's left to do. We have done Brooke. Then we have Han, the Dragonline Monk. So it's the Monk, the Warlock. We've already done Hester. We've done Sonya. Verandi, we've got to do. We've already done Molly and Cleo. We've got to do Barnabas. So Barnabas, Verandi, Han, and Solon. That's it. Those are the last 4. Cheers, Mick. Thank you for coming in. So that's me done for the night. And sorry about your timings on that one, Mick. Perfect timing. Thank you for coming. Cheers, Mum. But I am going to end this now. Put these away. I have to be up early in the morning. Go for a hospital visit and go swimming. I'm going to have an energetic day tomorrow. This is going to be fun. But thank you, everybody who's come to join me. Ali, Twisted, Mick right at the end there, Buzzard, and Donald. Thank you very much, mate, for coming for your first time and letting us see every lovely place that you live. If there's anyone I forgot, please shout at me next time. Say you forgot me. No, I'll make sure to try and get you to shout out next time. But until then, yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you Wednesday next week.